Thank you for holding your call, very important. The first available KIE representative will be with you shortly. voice mode. Effective January 1st, 1978. All clocks and industrial electromechanics operations will cease. Please contact your assigned account representative for account transfers or contract settlements. Thank you for holding your call. Very important. The first available KIE representative will be with you shortly.
Hello. Hello, Internet people. How you doing tonight? You doing good? I hope so. Guess what I got working today? Guess why I was late today? That's right. I managed to get a rotary phone into a HOTS to VoIP adapter, and then I got a VoIP phone client on my computer, and I can route the audio from this phone into OBS. I've spent too much time on a stupid fucking bit, and I am not sorry. I sound like I love this. I love this. This is the best, worst use of my time. But yeah, thanks for being patient, everybody, and sorry for being late. So today was well, actually, this week was quite the week. Nothing terrible happened, but it was a tough week to slog through this go around, primarily because I had to work over the weekend last week, and unfortunately the time I would have taken to, laze about, sleep in, get my energy back, get errands done, that ended up not happening. So I had a lot of time. Well, I didn't have as much time to do what I wanted, but that's okay. And I say all this, yet somehow I've managed to get enough time spent to set up a rotary phone on OBS. This is my life now. This is what I've become. My buffoonery. I should not say that my buffoonery knows no bounds. But what I will say is that my buffoonery is only limited to my audacity and my competency. So, speaking of buffoonery, I have a confession. I promised I would not start another block game until I had finished the goals I had laid out in the other 4 block games I started. I lied. Today, actually, it wasn't today, but a block game that I had been watching for a little while announced that it was released, and I had no idea. It just showed up in my feed one day while I think it was yesterday, while I was doing other things and just putting videos on in the background as I worked, and yeah, here it is. So today the game is Lucid Blocks, and Lucid Blocks is presented like a Minecraft clone, but has a very different feel to it. So it's presented itself in all of its demonstration material and its what little promotional material it had. It was presented almost as if it was some type of not absurdist. What's the term? Why am I blanking on the word? Surreal. It's surrealism. It's very surreal. It has a very surrealist theme to it, and that piqued my interest. Also, the crafting mechanic in it seems quite different. They don't present a lot, but what they do present is almost like not a transmutation circle per se, but it's more like you have a crafting circle, and then it's almost like this is what I gathered, but we'll find out when we play. It's almost like you merge attributes of objects together. I don't know if that's correct or not, but we'll find out. But Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed for this. So we'll find out what's what. Oh, I didn't set up the audio. I didn't set up the audio for it. I set up all the audio for the SIP for the SIP phone. For my SIP phone on my computer that I'm calling from my rotary phone. Actually, I gotta show this when I'm off the phone and back onto the normal scene. All right, let me adjust that. Let me get my mic sorted here, and we will go to here.
All right, look at that. Pretty cool, isn't it? All right, let me just get this hung back up here. Okay. I gotta figure out a better way to do this. I got my, I have to take my headset off, which I'm using for, out-of-band audio monitoring. Okay, so how my setup works here is I've got a headset on. The headset lets me listen to things out of band from the stream, while also listening to what output's coming through on stream as well. But I have to take that off to put the to pick up the phone. Oh, but I gotta show you. I gotta show you something. Look at this. Hang on. So to prove that I'm not just using an audio filter and making this up, I'm gonna do this. In a minute, you're gonna hear my phone ringing. Isn't that cool? The phone? I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Anywho, I'm not picking that up again. Uh-oh, where did my terminal go? And stop the ringing. Okay. So now I gotta figure out a better way to integrate that. I want to make that some type of redeem or something, where somebody can call the phone. Where is my microphone? My microphone is... Yeah, it's there. Okay, that's working. Good. Okay, I realize I hadn't set up the audio in the game. I have to do that right away here. You know, I'm a little bit nervous because I didn't actually get the time to verify this launches in Proton. I imagine it will, but just my luck, you know. There's a very real possibility it'll just conk out. It's looking good so far. It's full screen though, I don't like that. Properties. H. A V. Ah, there it is. And video capture. Where is my game capture? WinCap. There we are. There we are. That's looking a little wonky, but we'll take it. For now, at least. Pick a graphics option. Note, I may cause abnormally bright reflections on some systems. Right. It doesn't appear abnormal to me. Hotbar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop, inventory, walk. Fly, boost, crouch, jump. Full screen F11. Alright, well, we're gonna turn that off. Oh. Okay, this might break stuff, excuse me. Sometimes that does not work. Alright. And I'm just going to do something real quick here. All right. And live for 4 hours. Go live. There we are. Okay. Let's get started. So, start dreaming. Note, controls are rebindable in the config menu. How's audio for everybody? It's looking good here. Fortunately, frames are dropping kind of badly, but we'll run with it for now. General Pipewire Capture 2, showing some audio there. That's good. Okay, let's get started. Lucid Blocks. Qualia. Config Awaken. Exit game. I like how they meant to be like, hey, this one's exit. You silly Billy. You buffoon William. Config. Render scale, FPS 60, field of view 70 degrees. Camera shake, on-screen hand, global lighting, indirect lighting, reflections, ambient occlusion. Okay. Let's go. Instance new qualia. Firmament. Interesting. Embrace, offer, or history. Hit destroy forever. Huh. Not very clear at all. Qualia name. Dazzling. Dark light. Bubble bear. E-glove. Apotheosis eyes. Tofu. Narc. Snowy bear. Look at him. Look at the little bear. Play bubble. Blasphemy. Fruit Femmes. I have a feeling that this is artwork and this is the credit for it. Taurus Lucid Block. Ball Wand. Pillars. Crystal Celestial River. Oh, I like that one. Sphere, worms, spiders. I like this one. What is this? So I can select different colors. We'll go here. That looks... What do we do? The smoker's yellow. That looks like smoker's yellow. Ugh. Well, what the hell? We'll go with it. I don't know better one way or the other. Create new qualia. A qualia. O son of man. What lies ahead is a withering carcass. A bloated, festering limbo, in which your soul will decay for all eternity. The only exit to paradise is through oblivion. Very interesting so far. Okay. I do like the pattern dithering that they're using. Look at that little block. Gonna turn into grass? Maybe it takes a while. Oh, I wanted the plant, though. What's underneath there? That doesn't look like... Oh, that's bricks. I would much prefer bricks. Can I have them? Why is there an eye? Clay brick block. Huh. I do prefer me some bricks. Ooh, what's that? Hello. Hello, you. Are you lighting the place up? I think they are. Sir? Oh. Can I interest you in some dirt, sir? Got a blind donut up there? They're starting to form more as I'm loitering here. Something tells me I'm supposed to hurry up. It did warn me that this is a decaying world. I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. Alright, what is this? Tomb, or tome. Rosary. Paraphernalia. Huh. Dirt, clay, black sand. Alright, what is this? Is this basalt? Pebbles. A block of pebble. Well, let's grab 6 of each. Don't know why I want 6 of each, but I do. There. Very nice. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I was being a bully. There was nothing wrong with him. He was just being perfectly normal. Ball essence. Okay. I want to figure this out. If I put dirt and a ball essence, does it turn into, it turns into something else. Fuse an item. I get a lump of clay, which is a ball. Okay. If I take bricks. I got something out of this. Clay tile block. Interesting. I don't need clay lump. I want to go into these buildings. Well, my wish has been fulfilled. God, I can't see a damn thing in here. Steel window block. Go in there. Oh. Well, I'm in here now. Bookshelf block. Huh. Very unnerving audio. Is there a way I can light stuff? Okay, you know what I want? I want an easy path out of here. There. Unnerving audio like that makes me think there's something that's gonna come up to me and go blue, boo, bleh. Someone's gonna come up and be all scary. Dort. Oh, it is pitch black in there. Yeah, I need some type of lighting. And it's nightfall. Okay. I like the water. That's pretty cool. All right. What happens if I mix 2 bookshelves? How about if I mix all of them? Nothing. Pebble? I got something. Varnished wood. Okay, if I do this and pebble. Limestone. So where does bookshelf and pebble get me limestone? Clay. Steel, window, and clay. Ash cube. Okay, that's a chest then. So a steel window and a clay lump gives me a place to store my stuff. Ooh. Teddy bear. Oh, dog block. It's just a pop block. I love it. I'm digging this already. What is that? Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Alright, what is this? Pulp. Or, yeah, pulp block. I thought that said pup block for a minute. I'm like, oh, did I just dig up the... Did I just dig up a fetus? That'd be terrible. Meat? Flesh block. The dogs are melding into flesh. If I meld a dog and flesh, do I get 2 dogs? A cat block. Interesting. Waterlogged dogs. Alright, what else is around here? A horror beyond my comprehension. A bunch of dogs merged with flesh. Oh, this one has an eye. Okay, so if I take an eye and I make put it in dirt, do I get a dirty eye? Clay lump. Something tells me that was a boneheaded maneuver. What happens if I take a clay tile block and a clay lump? Clay brick block. Okay, so that puts it back. That reverts it. Bookshelf, clay lump. Dried apple block. I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's take some flesh, mix it with clay. I get a thing. Assist. Okay. That makes sense in a way. Does this give me a tooth? Flesh and pulp? No, I just get a bunch more cysts. Okay. Flesh and a bookshelf? I got 2 cats. Assist and play. Uh-oh. You have bloomed. Some of your attributes have increased now. Select a bud. Hate surge. Increase hate by 3. Receive a pendant that guides you towards Tiamana Leyland. I don't know what that is. Life surge. Increase heart by 1. Rejuvenation. Receive a block that allows you to set your rebirth position. Increase inventory space by 1. Increase hate by 2. Let's do this one. Balloon. Balloon and flesh. Gives me something unique. It says assist. Okay, so everything makes assist. Balloon and bookshelf. Huh. Interesting. Void capsule. I don't know what that did. They're just gonna keep going. Look at them. They're just having a great time. Do the cysts light up? No. Okay, cyst and clay, I think that makes a balloon. Okay. Assist and dried apple makes something new. Pulp. Okay. I'm figuring stuff out. Bloom, heart, lung, power, speed, mush, hate. Something tells me hate is attack power. What do I do with this rosary? Okay. So I can make my own handwritten notes. Which implies that it's not going to explain anything to me and I have to note it myself. I think I'm gonna need more dirt. A fella always needs more dirt. Dirt. I can't roll my R today. Cash cube and balloon. Gaggler capsule. Aluminum block. Okay. I like how it gives a faint idea of what this is. And I think it becomes clearer the more you do it, but I don't know if that's accurate. But I don't remember it looking this way before. Info. Yeah, it's too dark. I can't see a damn thing. I really don't want to beat up the friendly shapes. Why did a toroid give me a ball essence? Gaggle token. So I have to use that in something else, I imagine. What is a gaggler? Oh, it just turns into a token. Look at him go. Just being a guy, just being a happy little guy. Floating away. Look at him go. I'm happy for him. Alright, what's up here? Processed meat block. It's slowly turning into bologna. I want bologna. It's been a, you know what? You know what I haven't had in a long time? Newfie steak. And all Newfie steak is you get one of those long tubes of like uncut bologna, and you cut yourself a real thick slice of it. And then what you do is you notch it about halfway in, and then you just pan fry the fucker. Alright, what is this? Fluoroid block. And what the notch does, it stops the slice of bologna from curling up and like turning into a bow, so it's easy, so it cooks more evenly. But yeah, just pan frying a thick slab of bologna. This got real unnerving pretty quick. Am I back where I was? No, I don't think I am. If I mix a dog block and a cat block, I'm getting something new here. Raw newt flesh. If I mix processed meat with assist. Well, that's new. Is that an iCyst block? Well, I've run out of space, so I have to start putting stuff down and inspecting it. It's just a little fish. Oh. Can I eat processed meat? No. If I mix processed meat with a cat, what do I get? Something new. I get a dog block. So I can Okay, so if I do that and process meat, does it turn into a cat? Okay, so I can transmute between a cat and a dog. Gaggle token and assist. Well, that's new. Is that a flower? Visagonia flowers. Hey, Nate, how you doing? You doing good? I hope so. We're doing some surrealism something here. I don't know what it is. I'm still figuring it out. My new mic came in today. I'm doing pretty good. Well, that's good. That's good. Got yourself a new mic. I actually spent more time than I care to admit trying to set up, going the exact opposite way. Deliberately setting up a shitty mic. Oh, this is where I started. I just went in a circle. So, what kind of mic did you get yourself? Probably gonna start streaming myself, so I needed to upgrade from the $2 mic every headset comes with. Well, good on ya. I'm glad you're able to get yourself something here. I know everybody harps about Fifine Ampligame AM8. I've not heard of that model before. I know folks will I say folks. I know some of the more professional, it's unironically a TikTok shop microphone. Well, does it do the job? Have you tested it out? I know, I've seen, like, streaming veterans go off about how USB microphones are dog shit and yada yada yada. And while that may be true, I'm not gonna cough up a shit ton of money and get a pile of extra equipment just to support an analog microphone. Discord wasn't playing it back very well, but that could be a Discord thing. The reviews I watched all sounded great. I might have to take a peek at it to figure out more. I don't know. Windows and audio has always been a nuisance for me. But I haven't touched it in a very long time. I will say Pipewire, it was $70 US with a boom arm included. Actually, the boom arm is where it's, and worry-free shipping. You know, that's not bad at all. $70 and it comes with its own mounting hardware. That's a bigger deal. That's not a bad deal, I must say. Because when I sourced my microphone, it came to around $50-ish. But actually mounting it on something, I had to source all that myself. And it's not great, what I have, but it does the trick. Alright, where is this? It has a nice 8-foot cable, too. Very nice. And it sounds like it's a USB microphone, so even if you have your mic on one side and the PC on in the other, it'll reach. And that's good too, because you don't really need a lot of bandwidth. So you don't need to get like a special USB-C or USB 3 cable to use it. It has both USB-C and XLR. Oh, now that is interesting. So you could hook it into a mixer if you wanted. Have I run around in this flesh mountain already? Maybe if I just burrow through like a parasite, this might work out easier. I still don't know what I'm doing. I think by design, though, this game is supposed to be that you don't know what you're doing. The build quality isn't terrible either. Well, that's good. That's good. So whenever I think of, like, buying an off-brand, I'm always worried that it's gonna, like, fall apart in my hands. There's some cheap spots, like the dials for gain and audio playback are more like joysticks than dials, but they work. That's an interesting one. So instead of a pot, it's just momentary switches. This unnerves me. No, it's a pot. It's just so loosely on there. You feel like you're playing COD, not changing your gain. I don't know how they even did it. What was that? Am I crazy? Did anybody else see that? Huh. My only guess would be the dial is too loose to fit on the shaft on the pot, but the body holds it on anyways. Or maybe, yeah, maybe they just missed it in QA. Alright, what is this? Oh. Rejuvenation Anchor, Vermin Shaper. Receive an empty capsule. Receive 3 seeds for planting. Increase heart by 1. Either way it works, and pretty much once you set it, you never have to touch it again, because everything else can be changed in software. Oh, so now I got grass. Let's go with pulp. Newt capsule. Alright, Newt. Be free. Look at him. But now I need to get a webcam because I want to do VTubing, which is going to be fun on Linux, I'm sure. It's really not bad. It's really not. If you want to do 3D, there's products like SNEC Studio, which work quite well. There's a fella called Aerodozer, and he's working on an open source VTuber client that can take a VTube Studio model. I have a model already because I have a VR chat model. Well, in that case, then you should be able to move to SNEC Studio pretty easily. I just need to figure out how to do all the rigging it up to do VTubing instead of VR chat. I was about to say, I don't imagine it'll be difficult, but I already converted it into a VRM file. Yeah, I was about to say that I don't imagine it to be too terribly difficult, but I need to watch what I say, because I'm not flexible enough to put my foot in my mouth. Not anymore, anyway. Dog block. I don't know, the guide I was looking at had a bunch of programs listed, but not really what they actually did. There is another VTuber, and they made an entire a collection. So they put it up, a document up on GitHub, but it's a document of software and utilities for Linux VTubing, and I think it includes... Sir. And it includes native utilities, and I think it includes some migration utilities. I want to find it. Actually, we have an ad break coming up, so I might find it then. But yeah, on first blush, I'd say Sneck Studio. I have VC Face, VNyan, VTube Studio, and I had Live 2D, but I didn't install it. I also had something called Warudo. There's VNyan. VNyan, I think, is primarily Windows. VC Face is it's a utility. Well, it's not a utility. It's a foundational program for face tracking. And so a lot of VTuber software uses VC Face, or it uses an alternative to track the person's face and then map it to the model. That works for both 2D and 3D. VTube Studio. VTube Studio is what I use, but it's a Windows-only program. It requires its own model, its own model format. I believe. No, it's not its own model format. What am I saying? Why did I think that? And Live 2D is the software. Okay. Live 2D is a 2D puppeteering animation suite, and what it's meant for is anything where you want to animate a 2D thing. So you make a layered image file of some kind, and then you can import it into Live 2D and animate it. So what VTube Studio does is it uses that model format, like that image format, and the rigged up animation puppet, and then what it does is it just kludges a face mapping, it kludges face mapping onto the puppet. So if it seems a little clunky, it's because it is. So if you wanted a 2-dimension, if you wanted a 2D VTuber, you would normally get, so I don't need anything of that aside from maybe VC Face. I'd say in your case, you may need VC Face. I don't do 3D VTubing, so I don't know if you need, I don't know if you would need VC Face, but it wouldn't hurt. I'd say if you're starting from scratch, maybe Sneck Studio would be a better like starting point. VNyan is quite it's quite robust, but I think it's Windows only. But Linux folks will use Wine or Proton to run it anyway. What's the full name of that program? SNEK space STUDIO. Ooh, ad break's on. Okay. Let me do this. We're gonna pause here, and we're gonna get a break going so we can get up and stretch and move around. But don't go too far. We'll be back soon. And I want to actually look up that mic. Now I'm curious. Okay, and we're back. So, Right, so I took a quick peek at that microphone. It's a pretty sharp looking thing. What interested me about it is, if I found the right model, it's advertised as a dynamic microphone. And the neat thing about dynamics is they're a lot more durable. So you should be able to use it for quite a lot of stuff. Maybe even taking it around outside. I'll have to research how this program works on my own time. Which one? But my model imported instantly just fine, so that's a good first step. Snack Studio. I had a hunch that the developer, well, not had a hunch. I could have sworn that they said it could. So I'm glad that it worked out of the, just picked up and ran with it. I think what's going to be, I wouldn't say difficult, but a tremendous time sink is going to be rigging the model. I was brought here by a streamer after talking about finding a Commodore 64. It's cool you got one running. Oh, hey, plushie lover. How you doing? You doing good? I hope so. Yes, I did get one running. I had a, it is a bread bin model. It was a 250-407, but, the motherboard was starting to rot out, so I got a new PCB for it, a remanufactured one. So it works. Excuse me. It's a little bit modified though. But yeah, it I actually need to get back into making it. Sorry, get back into streaming with it. Alright. Unfortunately today, we're not gonna... Uh-oh. I fell. I don't know where I fell, but I did. Whoops. But yes, that is something I was meaning to get back into. I have found it's not the most stable, but then again, what 64 really is. Oh, that's so cool. I'd love to do something like that one day. Well, one of the things I would advise if you want is that it's fairly easy to get your hands on a busted one, and I think it's a good way to learn electronics in general, because even if you're in over your head, it's a little bit, it's not really if you can get a busted one for a good price, it's not really consequential if you make it worse, because it was already dead to begin with. But generally, they're architecturally really simple, and they're very well documented, so getting a busted one and fixing it up, I think, is one of the methods of entry into retro computing that's a little bit more accessible to people. I cannot see for the life of me. This is ridiculous. Do you work with, do you do much in retro computing, or is this just something that just piques your interest? Or is it something you're trying to get into? Okay, so it's all the way up there, I figure. Five, six, seven. I'm just gonna nerd pull. I've done a bit in the past. I'm trying to get back into it, but never really did big things. I'd say a 64 is a good starting point. It's like I was mentioning, they're architecturally pretty simple machines. As of like a few months ago, almost every part now has either a modern alternative or has been re-implemented. So if you're able to diagnose it and whittle it down to a failed part, you generally can get at least a reproduction of the part. Which, back in the day, used to not be a thing. Like, the big ones were... There was nobody had re-implemented the VIC chip, and nobody had managed to re-implement the CIA chips. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, admittedly, I think I really should get back to some of my retro machines. Like, for a while I was running the, what I called the Legacy Golf Challenge, where I got almost... I set the goal unreasonably high on purpose, so that there was just always something to focus on. Ooh. This is cool. Where the goal was to play every golf game from every home console PlayStation 2 or earlier. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, what I did was I also said that non-x86 home computers count. And that was my folly, because there are a lot of machines that are non-x86 that existed on or before the PlayStation 2. I was debating getting an emulator set up, but I don't know. I feel that kind of just was counter to the whole spirit of the challenge. But I should get back into it. Aha! There it is. That is a dilemma. Yeah, but fortunately, I don't know. I find if it's better when it's my fault the problem happened. Like, I'd be chapped if it was outside of my control. Well, sorry, not outside of my control. If it wasn't my doing. I don't know what this is. Okay, what happened? What did I do? Why did you wake me up? I don't know. Every second that I sleep, my mind erodes a little more. My qualia mocks me. What is a qualia? Can't you see it? It's all I've ever wanted. To have your mind deteriorate? I don't get it. Do me a favor. Okay. I want my mind torn into a million pieces. Snip, snip, turn me into confetti. I've got quite a bit of old tech lying around. I'm pretty sure I have a Commodore PET and other 80s computers, but don't know what brand it's from. Interesting. Increase faith by 3. Receive a portal to your personal qualia. Receive a block that allows you to set your rebirth position. Increase heart by 1. Rara... Oh, Paraphernalia. Space by 1. Increase faith by 3. This seems like a good idea. So how'd you get a collection of equipment like that? That's quite a collection of stuff you've got. I just built myself all the way up here, and now I'm in trouble. I shouldn't have done that. Oh no. Oh, so now this is a base. Oh, this is... okay, I like this. Oh, but I don't get to keep it. Damn it. Okay. This is sand. Oh, I misread. I thought you said 80s computers. But 80s computer. Mostly just searching my grandparents' house in their personal office. Oh, I see. Multi-generational stuff. I understand. There's a lot of good, interesting stuff you can find. The other one most folks find cool equipment is through estate sales. I find a lot that what happens is somebody keeps their old computer equipment when they pass away. The family doesn't know what to do with it, so then they either do an estate sale or they'll like give it to Goodwill or somewheres, and they don't know what to do with it. So they'll either mark it cheap because they don't know what they have, or sometimes they'll appraise it and mark it up. In my case, I got things like, I have a Tandy Color Computer 3. Sorry, Color Computer 2. And, I managed to get my hands on it for around $75 because they didn't know what it was. They didn't care to know what it was. And then it was also on sale because of a so I don't know how Goodwill works in other regions, but in my region there's this thing they do to get people in the door, which is they'll say that every day of the week. Okay, so when they price out their products, they use a collection of different colors of label. And the idea is every day of the week, one of the colors is 50% off. And so it was regular $150, but because it had a green label and it was Green Day. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Then I got it for 75. Despondent Vermin. May your death bring forth new life. Very strange. Oh, but I got to keep my stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's one lucky find. Yeah, I'll say. I fired it up to see if it ran. And now I'm in a dilemma because I butcher my retro computers. And I do it deliberately. And I do it so that it's easier to operate them. But this thing was so pristine. It even has the receipt from Radio Shack when the person bought it. And it's still got its foam and it still has the plastic bag. And it's like, I can't rip this thing apart. I can't take a saw to this. And what's annoying is that I can't get one that's busted, because if I get a busted run-down one, they want like $500 for it. So now I don't know what to do. I can't use it. And my luck, when I sell it, it's not gonna work. Like, it's not gonna be a good return. Like, pristine, yeah. So I think somebody like used it once. I bet you what happened was somebody used it once, they went, yeah, you know what, this is neat, but I don't really want it, and then they put it away and then didn't think about it since. That's what I think happened. Suddenly when you sell it, nobody wants one anymore. That's my fear. I'm frankly awful. I am awful with e-commerce. What are you, sir? What the hell is with you? Sir, I have surrealism things to do, if you could, sir. Okay. So now I gotta figure out what to do with it. I did check something as well, and okay, so computers that age. Okay, so this thing is chasing me. It's just doing a terrible job at chasing me. Now, one gotcha with computers that old is they don't have a... They don't do composite. They do RF, so you're supposed to have an RF modulator. And there are next to no televisions or capture devices that can do RF. The only thing I was able to find, and it's on my workbench right now, is an analog TV tuner. It looks like it's for cars. And from what little I was able to find about this thing, it appears to be for customers in countries where analog TV is still a thing. And it's supposed to be so you can put a television in your car, like in a limousine or something. And that's the only thing I've been able to find to hook this computer up to use it for anything at all. Get out of here. Go on. Boy, oh boy, this thing. Go on. I'll bonk you with a flower next. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this abomination is really in a position to get indignant with me. How did you even find this analog TV? Like the TV tuner? That was a story in of itself. Because what I searched for... Okay. What is this? Eliminate a blasphemous creature. Interesting. Let me get rid of... I don't need 2 extra flesh blocks. There. So first, how it went was I tried to hook it up, and I realized, oh, it's using analog RF. So they use an RF modulator. And I know what an RF modulator is, because I used to, back in the day, when you wanted to hook up, say, a games console or a computer to a really old television that only had an analog antenna, you would use an RF modulator, and then you could tune it to channel 3 or channel 4. So, I went, okay, well, I actually need the opposite. Because I know I can't hook it up to a TV that has RF, because those are generally not manufactured anymore. What I need to do is convert RF to something like composite or HDMI or something. Something that can be captured. So I went, okay, well, I need an RF demodulator. And it's at this point where I was reminded of something when it comes to technology, which is that... Actually, I'll keep going with the story, and then I'll get to that. But it goes like this. I go, okay, I needed an RF demodulator. So I start searching online for RF demodulators. And what I'm getting are these insanely overcomplicated insanely expensive pieces of like RF equipment or like instrumentation or this like sensitive communications equipment. And I'm trying to find from there, what the hell am I supposed to do to just hook up this fucking computer? Hey, Quartz, how you doing? Are you doing good? I hope so. Is this another fucking block game? No. Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. I started another fucking block game. I did. I did it. I started another fucking block game. I have a problem, Quartz. I'll take my lumps in a minute. I just gotta finish this story. So, I'm searching everywhere, and I'm like, okay, I need to know, I gotta figure something out here. And what I decided to do, so I started calling AV companies, like folks who specialize in radio and telecom. And I'm like, I need an RF demodulator, and these are the frequencies it needs to demodulate. And I'm calling all over the place, because I learned what channel 3 and channel 4's frequencies are. And they're like, we don't have anything like that. Or they say, yeah, we have something like that, but it's like $10,000. And then this keeps going. Like, I'm calling all over town. I'm calling, like, the next province over. And eventually one guy in town calls me back and says, buddy, I gotta know, what are you trying to hook this up to? And I don't want to tell him I want to hook up a Tandy. But he's like, look it. No judgment. What are you hooking this up to? And I said, a Tandy. A Tandy? He's like, yeah, you called me to hook up a Tandy? He's like, yeah. It uses RF. And then it clicks, and he goes, yeah, those frequencies you told me are channel 3 and channel 4, aren't they? It's like, yeah. So let me guess. You want to hook up this Tandy to a TV that doesn't have a tuner? It's like, yeah. And this is where I learned, or reminded myself, that technology comes in two flavors. It is either the exact thing that you're named the exact thing you're looking for, or is named the stupidest thing ever imaginable. And in both scenarios, you will be treated like an absolute idiot for not knowing what it is. And this is where he says, so you need a TV tuner. To tune a TV? Sir? A TV tuner? You wanted a TV tuner? You had me run around? But all you needed was a Oh, that's an animal! It's like, a TV tuner? Really? Sir? This is crazy. He hit me. And then that's how I found it. That's how I found it was a TV tuner meant for like putting television in cars. But yes, Quartz, I got another block game. And the reason I got another block game is this one is bizarre and surrealist. I have some other questions, actually. Yes? What the fuck is happening? This game, this block game, is called Lucid Blocks, and it's called that, I think, because it's supposed to be in the style of, like, lucid dreaming. But it makes very little sense. So I can do things like I can make an aluminum block and a shelf, and it makes a thing, and I don't know what it is. But now I made varnished wood, that I have a lot of, actually. or I can take some flesh and a gaggle token, and I get something I've never seen before. I got hope, a cube of hope. If you like this game, you should check out Batum Batula. It's a fantastic little game about watering a birch tree that is God. Well, that sounds nice. Sometimes God just needs a little sip. You know, just a little sippy sip. Sometimes just needs a little drink. Actually, I gotta start mixing up some of this stuff here. So I have a cube of hope. Beautiful entanglement. Wow. Is that all it does? I'll be going now. Very interesting stories. Well, thanks for swinging by, Plushie. You have yourself a good rest of your day. Get good food in you. Good drink. It's almost Jazzpunk and Jason, I swear. I don't think every game is Jazzpunk. I promise. I promise. Oh! I did something very stupid. And I have to show you. I have to show you. Where is it? Add. Jack. Okay. I get this going. Hang on. Hang on. And I pull this up. And I can do this. And then in a moment, there it is. Hang on. And then I can pick this up. And then, where did it go? Now this is either going to be amazing or I'm going to break everything. There we are. No? Did it work? Where is it? Yeah? No, I did. I got it. I made it wrong. Well, I'm still working on it. Still working on it. But I have a telephone now. A rotary phone. And what I can do with it is make a phone call and pick it up and show it on and have it play back on stream. Oh, it's also capture. Oh, also playback. There we are. And now, click, and click.
And now it's on you're now hearing stream on a rotary telephone. Huh? Huh? I spent too much time doing this, and I don't regret it. Also, I was late to stream setting this up. Is that some kind of new Linux phone? You know what? Somebody probably would have called it that. I bet you.
And there it is. I just had to. I had to. I had to. Does that run Ubuntu or Mint? It runs Floopty-Doopty. It runs Floopty-Doopty. And it's based off Slackware. I realize how bad it sounds when I go to Blue Sky and I'm like, okay, honest to question, does anybody know where I can buy a wiretap for an analog telephone? But now you can see why I did it. Well, they can see why I did it. Because what I want to do next is be able to pick up the phone, call like a dummy feed, and then talk that way. instead of doing it the way I'm doing right now. Alright, I don't need... I heard good things about Floop-de-Doop-de. I heard it's kind of obsolete now, ever since the Schminkas dev leaked the code. Yeah, when they went and tried to relicense it from GNU to MIT. Yeah, everybody got really mad. What if I mix a gaggle token with a ball? I get a gaggle token. Okay. What if I mix it with a cyst? I get a bubble bear egg. What is a bubble bear egg? Hello? Hello, you? Linux is just nerds casting wizard spells. It's true. If I do this, do you get a friend? I would die and kill for him. Look at him. Look at him. The best little guy. What am I supposed to do with the bubble bear? And this one's got just a little sprout. So is this one, actually. That is my son, daughter, and child now. They're just here to live free in the depths of madness. Is there music playing? And how you doing, Quartz? Are you doing good? I hope so. I love the FMV hands, by the way. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. What I love about this, too, is every block you take is just a little cube in your hands. The dog block? Yeah, well now it's, it goes from 1 meter by 1 meter to 1 inch by 1 inch. I'm doing good. I go back to work Monday. Well, that's awesome. Like, you like your work, right? Is that good? Is that good that you're back to work? You like your work? I hope you like your work. It makes money. Yeah. It do make money. Oh my god, we're in Sonic.exe. There's got rings and dead trees and star flowers and a checker floor. Ba, 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 ba. Except it's in minor key and really slowed down. Essence block. Okay, I want to mix... What happens if I mix essence with hope? I get cash cubes, which are just this game's version of a chest. How about a gaggle token and essence? I got something messed up there. 15 zany thing. I'm underwhelmed by the zany thing. Oh, how's the computer running? That is a silly thing at best. Yeah, I don't think it's very zany. Oh. Maybe if I put two beside each other? No. Running like a dream. Fantastic. If I mix a zany thing with flesh, do I get a very funny guy? Do I get a silly little guy? I get a zany block. See, now we're getting somewhere. We're making progress. I don't need... Yeah, I don't need 18 blocks of baloney. Running like a dream. You get Henry Ingalls. Well, potentially, yeah. Look at that. Zany block. If I take a zany block and I put a cyst in it, I get zany stuff. I get zany thing. Essence block? That's pretty zany. What does this turn into? Dice! Oh my god. I want to throw it. I want to throw the dice. If I do this in a zany thing, do I get zany dice? I get something new. I get vomit. Wow. If I take a zany block and take an axe to it, do I get some Xanax? Oh, that was good. If I mix vomit and a dog, I get s'mores. I can't eat s'mores. Okay, if I mix s'mores and Visigonia. S'mores, let's go! Game's peak! You know what? I am warming up to this game. Increase Parapellepelhartla by 1. It guides you towards... increase heart by 1, faith by 3. Fun fact about me, s'mores are my favorite dessert. What I like about s'mores... Ooh, I got dandelions. What I like about s'mores, and this is probably gonna get me in trouble like a lot of... Or it's gonna get me judged harshly. As much as I like fireside s'mores, my favorite are microwave s'mores because the marshmallow turns crystalline. And it makes a very unique texture that I really, really like. But you have to do it right, or else it just turns into a s'more cracker. Through the power of s'mores, I'm gonna break down this lattice. I'm rapidly approaching your location with a glass of flat soda. That is both a terrifying response, circuit block, and flesh. Silicon crystals. If I mix a silicon crystal with a s'more, I think I get a vomit block. Which, understandable. How about a zany thing? I get dice. And dice, I get vomit. That is a very tangible threat. Mods. Mods, force him to consume flat soda. Oh, speaking of flat soda, I forgot I had this. I don't know what Keela is. Keela and silicon crystal? Makes a ring. How about a s'more? I also get a ring. A zany thing? I get a ring. Do not taint the true beauty of the s'more with your microwave heresy, you computerized facsimile of a man. What are some other ways to prepare a s'more that don't require open flame? Sorry, that don't require a campfire. I could see you doing it with like a chef's torch, like a creme brulee torch, maybe. Surely, okay, I got to ask, what are some cool variations you've made of s'mores? Excello block. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's some pretty cool blocks right there. Butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate-filled marshmallows. Transland! The best land! See, this is where most of modern Linux comes from. I've been threatening for a very long time to try my hand at like longer form edited videos, and two that keep rolling around in my head are this and Furryland, which most Linux programmers have dual citizenship in. That is so true. I agree with that. So I agree with that very adamantly. Fluoroid block. Now you listen here. Yes, sir? Alright. Lucid block. Don't call me out like that. I find it very distressing when I'm called out so clearly. Now, if I mix lucid blocks and s'mores... I get a bee! Go, bee! Be free! Look at them! Look at them go! Look at them be happy! Look at them be free. I am in this picture and I don't like it. So one of the things I wanted to do was either like long form content describing facets of networking, and then with the whole Windows to Linux migration, making some kind of general guide to moving over. And then I thought, you know what? There are two types of people who move to Linux. Those are people who are having a crash landing from having to move away from Windows unceremoniously, or people who have recently come into possession of a long pair of horizontally striped socks. Both are valid reasons to move, of course. Where do you get this game? I got this from Steam. They have it on Steam. The thing is that it's true. It's funny because it is true. A long pair of horizontally striped socks. Bumblebee, look at you go. Look at him. Look at him go. Like, I'm sure there's a plot or, like, some type of goal. I don't know what it is. But what I do know is I have some stats here. Can I put a silicon crystal in my head? Can I put s'mores on my head? Gaggle token? How about flesh? And then I have a rosary. Oh, I didn't know that lit up. And then a tome, where I'm supposed to be able to put notes. So this is their solution to notes, is you write your own notes. Which, something tells me that means that they're not going to give me any pointers on anything. And I should be using it, and I'm probably not going to until it's too late. You write your own notes with a giant pen on a tiny page. Yeah, but they give you lots of pages, so it works out. Yeah, right? Yeah? Did I mix this with Monogel? I got pulp. Mix it with hope. Do I have a hope block? Florid, cash, mud, cyst. I think I used my hope block already. How did I make the hope block again? Was it... Well, I know it's not plastic. Black sand. Black plastic block. Okay. Was it flesh and gaggle? Yeah, flesh and gaggle. So, a hope cube mixed with a lucid block gives you a gaggle. So there is a rationale to the crafting system. It's just trying to understand the line of thinking, right? Because it goes by, it seems like it goes by properties of the cubes. Because if I take a flesh block and I mix it with a silicon crystal, I get circuit blocks back. Some autistic person has probably mapped all this out already. I imagine they have, right? Because if we do something like bookshelf and flesh... Actually, I don't think I've done this one. But one of them gets you varnished wood. Oh, it gives you cats. And then you can take a cat, apply flesh, and you get a dog. And then if you take a dog and apply flesh, it goes back to a cat. So you can transmute between cats and dogs. And then if you take clay and you put it in a steel window, you get this cash cube, and that's this game's version of a chest. So a gaggle, the gaggle token, which is like happiness, and flesh gives you hope, right? So my thought process is a living being with happiness is hope. So if you give hope to the trans block, you get happiness. So it turns it back into the gaggle token. Cool. Zany? Lucid? I think that's the bees again. Oh shit, the ads are on. Sorry guys. I got distracted. I think this is a good place to put my my home base. With the hole I accidentally dug. Okay, well that's where one of the s'mores goes. Plunk, plunk. S'mores there. Yeah. I'll put cash cube over here. I can put this stuff away. Now the Excello block is interesting. Might keep that. That might help me navigate around. And then, next time I bloom, I can get another one of these. And then that's my base. Okay, so I'll take a quick break here. That's an awful s'more, though. The cracker to chocolate mallow ratio is all wrong. What's your favorite chocolate to add to a s'more? Alright, I'm gonna get the... I'll just get the break and the hold music on, but I'll keep the mic on to... while I have a little bit more of my meal. Ah, yes. La 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 la. La 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 la. There is this place in my town called Soul Fried Chicken. And, without a doubt, I'd say that they are the best fried chicken you can get, and it's Korean style. And one of their side dishes is mac and cheese, except the cheese sauce is Parmesan and pesto. I'm pretty basic, so I usually go with Hershey, but I'll try anything. Very good. It's hard to mess up good old-fashioned milk chocolate. Oh shit, is the ad break already over? I just wanted some chicken, man. Oh. Hang on, before we get back to it, just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this sauce on it. It came with a garlic parmesan dip. And it's so delicious. I got sauce all over me. Okay, we're back. And now for a creepy, surreal game. And the bees. Alright, so my portal comes with me. Okay, I gotta have something to light this place up. I really don't want to... I don't want to hurt the bees. Oh, but what I do know in the game, and what's shown a lot, is a bee glove. So I think you're supposed to get it from a bee. Gland. Okay, gland and dirt. Nope. That makes an eyeball block. Nope. That makes a little happiness block. This and hope. That makes pulp. Excella block. I don't know what that makes. Oh, that looks like an explosive. Appendage. So appendage and essence. Nope, that makes a flower. Appendage and hope makes vomit. Excello and appendage makes something else. Oh, I can mix... Right, I can start mixing more than 3 things now. Okay, maybe I need to go back into my base. Flash. Steel window. Dirt. Assist. Fluoroid. And maybe cat. Alright. So if I take an appendage and flesh. I don't know what that got me. Okay, okay, something else I don't... So this makes assist. I don't need assist. A cat? Nothing. Hope? Get vomit. Zany thing? Get a cyst or a dandelion. I think, no, that's a cyst. Okay, get a cyst, an appendage. The s'more block is next to the trans block, as every trans person deserves a s'more. Vegan trans people and trans people with lactose chocolate issues will be given a starburst instead. So is decreed by courts. The great courts. Let's put that away. Okay. What do I need? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit of a bastard. Oh. That's unfortunate. So that's supposed to be like one of the... By sounds of it, it's supposed to be one of the first things you're supposed to get. God, I just realized that no part of a standard s'more is vegan. So I was like, oh, that's not true. The marshmallow is. I'm like, no, marshmallows have gluten. Sorry, not gluten. They have gelatin. Okay, so apparently it's super easy to make. It's just requires materials I have not encountered. Ambiguous block. This a bubble bear block? Ambiguous block. Two ambiguous block. Oh, I got another cash cube. Even if you consider honey vegan, which I personally do, I'm pretty sure graham crackers got eggs in them. Dang. I wonder what you would need. What would a guy need to make a fully vegan s'more? Now I'm curious. So I'm confident you can get I'm pretty confident you can get vegan graham crackers, because you just need something to bind them together and maybe something to sweeten them up. And you could probably do that with, I don't know, monk fruit and then some weird vegan vegetable-based binding compound. I do know they make vegan marshmallows. White plastic block. If I mix flesh and plastic, I get me. Oh, I get processed meat. I find anyone who eats mass-produced chocolate while being vegan to be a little bit of a hypocrite, but I don't think they're prepared for that conversation. Well, doesn't chocolate contain, like, animal-based products? Like, normally? Well, I know milk chocolate does. Like, black chocolate, like, yeah, like black chocolate or like really high, or like dark chocolate, or what's the other one? You can get like the baker's chocolate or 99%. Like, I know those don't have animal products in them. But then there's another discussion of there's a lot of exploitation to get that chocolate. You can get it, but you can get it without, but the human impact is still a major factor. Yeah, if your concern is exploitation, then consuming most chocolates which are like exploitative generally exploit people in developing countries, then yeah, I can see that seems like a bit of a blind spot. Look at the kitties. That's why everyone should eat Tony's Chocolate Only, baby. It's good. Okay, I will say, it is good chocolate. I do very much enjoy that chocolate. I got it during Christmas, I got it for family. They all loved it. Like, it's good. It's good chocolate. Very. I ate the berry. I ate the purple berries. It tastes like burning. Turns out you actually can make good chocolate without slave labor, and all the companies just lied about it. Oh no, he's dead! No! Okay. I do like the water mechanics here. Look at this. That is so neat. I really like that. Okay. I'm gonna quickly sneak into my base. Drop some equipment off so I can grab that. I love their bluff call where they're like, okay, we're gonna set up an entire framework on how to make chocolate without exploitation. And everyone's like, you know what, actually, we said that we meant it, but now there's a lot of work involved and we kind of don't want to. Like, aha! Gotcha! Look, you guys, I'm going into my void. Call me if you need anything. Oh, wait, you can't, because cell service doesn't get out here. Okay. Paddle. I love this. Look at him. Look at him just flailing. Oh yeah 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 yeah. Okay, you messed me up once before. I'm not letting you do it again. This can only go well. I don't think you got to see, but... So in this is a biome that's like a really... Well, this is the warped and twisted Minecraft biome. But, when I wasn't looking, one of these jerks just ran up and bashed me and it did me in. Like, almost instantly. And then here's the little Steves. The little Minecraft Steves. And then this guy got messed up. What is this? Ball wand. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I have the ball? Oh no, I made him mad. I feel bad. That was mean of me. Is this cake? Where is it? No, I think it's just snow. What is this? Who's running around? Sponge block. I want this glass. Can I have this glass? Glass shard. Okay. Can I make... If I take glass and stick it in some flesh, I do get a thing. Preta capsule. What is a Preta capsule? I can turn that into something else. I gots to know. Oh! Jerk. What was his problem? The dick? Alright, you. Hello? Nope, 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 nope. Nope, leave me alone. Oh. He didn't leave me alone. Despondent vermin. Wow. So serene. Wow. May your death bring forth new life. Okay. I have a bubble wand. You'd so fucks with Fatum Batula. I'm gonna look that one up. Now I'm really curious. It's on Steam. Ooh. Damn. Well, this was too. I'd be down to try it out. Alright, I'm back in my problem of I need some type of torch or light or something. It's $3.50. Right, I am convinced. How long of a game is it? Is it a 4-hour sitting type of game, or is it a I'm telling you a cool story in the format of a game kind of thing? I take this ball wand and I mix it with... Nope, that makes a flower. I want to fix it. That turned it into something else. Friend wand! Yay! Friends! Generally a one-sitting kind of deal. Friend! Come here! Wanna be a friend? Ow. Now if I take the friend wand and I mix it with glass, I get something else. How about more clay? It turns back into a ball wand. Okay, so that is how you fix it. Life Surge. Heart by 1. Allows you to set your rebirth position. Paraphernalia. Receive a pendant towards... Alright, let's get another pendant. Increase inventory space by 1. Let's do this. Okay. I don't need dirt. I don't need... apple. Dormant pendant. Leaky pendant. Most resources say 1 to 2 hours. I say that's fair. Felt longer when I played through. I think the vibes just felt that good. I'm going swimming. So if that's the case, I'd probably do something like, I don't know, half a stream doing that, and then maybe half a stream doing something else. I just got my Commodore 64 running again. So maybe like 2 hours playing Batum Batulia, and then, I don't know, 2 hours doing like some type of random game grab bag of some kind. That seems like a good idea. Boy, this thing's really far away. What I do like is that you get to keep your stuff when you die. It's also one of those, oh, this game actually looks like a PS1 type deals. They really knew what they were doing. For $3.50, that seems like a pretty good deal. Taking such attention to detail. Alright, so it looks like it's up there. Is it? Oh, it's totally up there. Okay. This. Okay, do I have enough blocks to do this? I have a lot of cut wood block. I'm using the flesh of my mannequin enemies who attacked me. Oh, one of the Bubble Bear friends! Yay! Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Boop, and boop, and boop, and boop, a boop, a boop, boop. Alright. And 1, and 2. Alright. Here it is. That's a cool effect. Another short and sweet game I think you'd like is Babdi. That one's completely free. What's going on here? Just watching something shit out fish? Oh, it's gonna do something scary, isn't it? It's gonna go like, buh! No, it didn't do something scary. Unless it does it now. Oh! You son of a bitch! Good timing. Good timing. Yes. Look! The happy boy! Look at the happy little guy just floating around in the infinite inky black void. I gotta look something up here. I want to find what the torch is supposed to be. Lucid blocks. Don't see anything for... Yeah, I don't see anything for, you know, making light. But I should probably just focus on making, finding... It says here I need feathers and wool, and that's two things I have not encountered at all. So I don't know if I just was not lucky or what. Okay, so if I take a leaky pendant and a leaky pendant, what do I get? And steel. Babdi is a game where you're in a big fucked up city and you climb around it. Interesting. I know raw wildebeest flesh. Guard cube. Leaky pendant. Green plastic. Look at him! Look at the gaggler! Look at them! They're so happy. Look at them be happy. They're so happy. Yes, there are horrors beyond my comprehension, but also... Yay! The horrors are no match for my whimsical ass. Well, we got some bricks here. I thought that was a window. Right now it's pitch black again. This is literally me, if you even care. It's not enough to be... Whoa, 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 whoa. It's not enough to be a silly Billy in this world anymore. We need to go beyond being a silly Billy. We need to become Buffoon William. May your death bring forth new life. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Well, with those bricks, you might be able to make something you could vaguely be considered a house in some regard. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay. I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna have attainable goals. But I'm gonna fix my paddle. Mannequin. Faith Surge. Rejuvenation Anchor. Qualia Link. Air Surge. Expansion. Inventory space. Shit Shack Mark 5, baby! Let's go! We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do a Shit Shack proper. I don't know what Faith does. Blasphemy Capsule. Okay, well, I already beat up a Blasphemy, so I don't think I want that. Mishu. Sir? Oh. I think I made something a little scurry, and I'm just gonna quickly go into my home base. Okay, so realistic expectations. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck, I'm out of wood. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. There. A shitty shack that can potentially shit. This is the beginnings of a realistic, attainable goal. The Shit Shack. Take a ball. I put the gaggle in it. I get another gaggle. Okay. Paddle. Sponge. A gaggle. Okay. Flesh. Oh yeah, that gave me the little bear friend eggs. Zany thing. Clay. Appendage. What is this? Revelation unit. Can I put things on my head yet? Can I put the gaggle token on my head? String. How about string and flesh? I just made a bunch of dogs. Shit, I used all my string. Okay. I'm going to take this guard cube. Okay, you guard the place. Oh my god, that's glorious. Phantom Battalion is part of a sale of a bunch of absolutely wild-looking indie games right now. I found my home. Like, this is a bunch of indie bullshit in the best possible way. Now I gots to know. I also need to figure out tomorrow, because What the Golf is done. We finished it. Like, maybe I could just cut over to What the Car, but I think I need a break from What the Stuff. Okay, so the Revelation unit is edible. The sale is promoted on Phantom Batulia's Steam page. I will have to take a look at the next break. God, it's pitch black. Okay, so I'm supposed to reveal enough things to... Sorry, I'm supposed to find enough of those blocks to fill up this rosary. Okay, gaggle and gaggle. And gaggle. Okay, dog. And a sponge. Diffuse block. It has to be hard to be like, I prefer indie gaming, because people go, oh, like Stardew? And like, yes, but also no, because I also like some fuck-ass bullshit me and 3 other people have heard about, and we're all in a circle chanting, peek, 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 peek. There's always that one really weird game that like nobody's ever heard of that just stays with you. And I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't write it down, but Sunfall helped me find it again, because when I was shown it, I was told it was called Key Labs, but it's not. But what it is it's a it was a very old 3D Breakout clone for MS-DOS. And it was super cool. Okay, so I don't know what that makes, but I only have 1 of these. I'm gonna eat it. That didn't reveal anything. Diffuse paddle. This paddle's gonna break anyway. Okay, so mixing diffuse gives you sponge. Glass and gaggle makes diffuse. Okay. Dog and gland makes the weird eyeball flesh block. Dog and ornament block makes another chest. Okay. What are some others like that for me? Now that I'm on the spot to say, I am blanking super hard. I'm gonna go straight this way. See if I can find something. Actually, I want to find... So I was doing a quick look up here. It said that to find a... Like, to make the bee glove, which helps you move around, you need to get wool and a feather. And I have access to neither. Mod, I'm always like, mood, I'm always like, I feel like nobody knows about my niche interests. And someone's like, tell me about your niche interests. And then my brain decides I've never experienced anything in my life. Like, man, I have all these creative things that I want to do and nobody to talk about them with. And someone's like, well, tell me about them. And I'm like, no, I can't. No, he's dumb. No. No, please. No, don't observe me. Cease. Stop it right now. Huh. No, you'll judge me harshly. I'm literally your best friend, love everything you do. No, you think I'm cringe. I've come to accept that my friends think that. And it's quite liberating, actually. It's like, yes, and that's why they love me. That's why friend love me. Hey, so I blinked and we're in a city now. Yeah, when I spawned in, it spawned me in a field and on the outskirts of a city. And right beside the city is a flesh mountain that, on occasion, is made out of dog and made out of bologna. Oh, and it also turns into this horrible spire. So yes, whenever I want to go anywhere, I have to scale the mountain of flesh. I get it. Like, oh, I understand perfectly. Yeah, so, you get to the gas station, you just need to go past this building that got chopped in half, and then you need to go across the eldritch horror of living flesh and bologna, and then you'll get to 7-Eleven. Doesn't. Oh, I got turned around again. And if the flesh is dogs, then you've gone too far. But if the flesh is cats, may God have mercy on your soul. See, now I went too far. Now, I don't know what this does. The bologna is most likely not human in origin. It's probably not. Emphasis on probably. Ooh, this is new. What is this? Kind of looks like obsidian to me. whatever it is, I didn't get the block when I was done. This is just, that's probably nothing, the game. And now it's hard to tell if that's foreshadowing an absolutely idiotic main character in a horror game, or if it really is just nothing. So is this supposed to be the kinda, sorta, not really Minecraft world? So it's got the trees. It's got wood here. Log block. Oh yeah, so this is supposed to be the weird broken Minecraft world biome. Bonk. And bonk. I could never survive in a horror media anything. They put a lucid block in my discovery queue. The robots are listening. Ding. Ooh, I like these trees. These are perfectly normal, healthy trees. That, a creature that's trying to simulate a biome would definitely not make. No. I often wondered, what kind of hellish beast could mimic an entire environment? Could such a creature even exist? Come on, go into the hole. You know you want to go into the hole. There in the hole. We have polka dots and evil polka dots. Pulp block. Comb block. Pulp and comb makes newt. Poor little guy. He doesn't comprehend just how screwed he is. Curiosity is overwhelming me. I want to know what's in the hole. That was underwhelming. What about this one? Huh. Okay. I thought there was another one. Yeah, down here. in though. Oh. Well. Rather underwhelming, I must say. I was expecting horrors. Or something unnerving, at least. You know, like sprawling spans of flesh. You know, that's pretty unnerving. Especially when it stares at you, judgmentally. It has a few eyes. Not a lot, though. Lowroid. If I mix glass and fluoroid, what do I get? Goo. I get a goo. Oh, he's gone. Goodbye. Goodbye, friend. Look at him jump. Holy hell. Look at that guy. That bouncing little guy. Anyway, I'm gonna go up this horrible flesh mountain. Farewell, little friend. We'll miss you. Be free. Live the life I never could. Because I can't make a stupid flying bumblebee mitten. Alright, so we're at the baloney. We're at the baloney stage of hiking up a horrible flesh mountain. Okay, what happens if I mix logs and flesh? Varnished wood. You would too, wouldn't you? That was a hole. Fell in the hole. Alright. Seven, 6, 5. Oh, this is so dangerous. All right, so we're here at the wow, it's already been 3 hours. Time's going quick with this. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break here so we can all get up and stretch and move around. And I want to look up some of those games. So don't go too far. We'll be back shortly. Yippee, I got a victim to check out Fatum Batulia. You absolutely did. I do like me some cool indie titles. Those types of games where you're either trying something new or a product of love or fascination or morbidity. There's another game I was looking at called Horsey Game. And what really piqued my interest about it is I watched some others play it, and for about 30 minutes I thought it was a joke game, which, I mean, it is. It's supposed to just be like silly, nonsensical bullshit. But there's a surprisingly competent layer underneath it. And what I was watching is it plays with the concept, this kind of evolutionary mechanic where the horses have certain traits or certain mutations that affect how they behave, how they move, how they... Why did it attack me? Looks like the kind of game you'd play like once and then never again. Well, that's what was interesting, right? Because I didn't know how replayable it is. But I thought if the price is right, somebody's definitely going to want to play it. But sorry, before I got jumped by the very angry shape. So your horses have these traits in how they run, or like physical traits, like how many legs they have. And you have to breed your horses to mix them together, those traits together. And I thought that seemed like an interesting concept to me. How replayable it is, though, I don't know. Ornament block. Okay, don't need that. How about glass and comb? Mankin. Okay. How about a berry? So mixing in a berry, we get a bubble bear. Alright. This is your oh, where is your face? He's cute. He's cute. Yeah. Yeah, he's cute. He's cute. He's cute. Absolutely. That's probably fine. I'm 90% sure that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Cash cube and ball essence. What does that get us? Friend Sheepock. If I do this, do I get a ball Sheepock? I do. Oh, God. It can actually injure me with those. Now, can you heal me with those? No. Oh, boy. Okay. Just let me... Just... Thank you. Okay. So now we know. We can do this, this, and convert them all into little ball ejectors. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. How about some more baloney? There we are, digging through the mountains with baloney. I was saying before I had a sudden craving for a Newfie steak, which is you just take an uncut roll of bologna, you cut yourself a big thick slice out of it, and then you score it so that it doesn't curl up, and then you fry the sucker on the frying pan. It's just a bologna steak. So if I mix a sponge block and a diffuse block, what do I get? I have a hunch I'm just gonna get a diffuse block. What happens if I mix 2 diffuse blocks? Or a berry? I get a sponge block. Okay. Home. Get a sponge block. Okay. Dart. Gets me sponge. Land. Berry. I think I get an egg. Bubble bear egg. See, that's a friend. Look at them. Alright, I think the best course of action is to jump into the ocean. I'm pretty sure that's the ocean. That was not the ocean. That was exactly where I started. Despondent vermin. May your death bring forth new life. Glorious. Okay, I think I really need to find the materials to make that bee glove. I really think I gotta do that. And from what I see, you're supposed to get it from wool. Why am I not? Fine, I'll use some bologna. not getting these back? My plan has immediately failed. Yeah, no, that's gonna take an hour to climb all the way up there. I gotta find another path. I need another plan, a better plan. Maybe I can just dig up a metric shit ton of flesh and nerd pole up. What is this? Oh, it's just dirt. Okay. How about... Alright, so then we climb over the horrific mountain of flesh. I have to remember which way is which, so I don't even get a compass. Alright. We just keep going. Oh, good! More horrific flesh. That's fine. We're just gonna go in a straight line. Just keep going. Just keep going. We'll just drill through the baloney. I don't want to drill through the baloney. I'm gonna go into the ocean. There we are, someplace new. Now this is neat. We have totems of s'mores and eyes. I got veggies and dill dip. Oh, that sounds delicious. Mushroom block. So we have totems made of mushroom and s'mores and flesh blocks with eyeballs in them. And over here, what do we have? What are these? Dirt? Is it dirt? It is dirt. Ambiguous block. Okay, so it's just ambiguous block. Okay, what else is around here? Strange spires. Oh, I cannot break this. Oh, maybe I can. Rust block. That's just a straight up block of rust. Okay, rust and flesh gives me something. A lamp. Oh, thank God. Finally, I have some type of way to get light. So if I put a red lamp on a stick, what do I get? Green lamp. Beginning back into Flash games on the account of the glory that is Flashpoint, and that has made my indie bullshit brain even worse. There are some pretty good Flash games, I must say. I'm really glad that folks had taken the time to archive Flash games. Now what I hope, but I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's around. I'm of the mind that Java games need to be preserved too. Because there were some games written in Java that you could play online. Like, you visit it like a website and you load it up just like you would with Flash. And some folks made really, really fun games in Java. Flashpoint hosts Java games too. Yay! There was some impressive shit people wrote back in the day. I will say though, writing games in Java, that is I dare say that is a crazy people venture. Like absolute madness. Okay, green lamp. Flash. So I'll get a red lamp back. Okay, I guess not. Shit me. Okay, how about dirt? Okay, so I'm gonna get a lamp out of this. Two green lamps. I just need them all to be the same color. The fact that the good version of Minecraft is Java is an exception to the rule because baby coders, please don't use Java. I will say, coding for Java is... I'm very confident it will drive people insane. Ah, that's how you merge them all. Okay. Alright, so what do we have over here? Like, some of the entry-level environments, or like the languages meant for novices, are super robust right now. It's really impressive. Don't code with any script-based coding software anymore, to be honest. We have technology now, honey. I've seen games written in Scratch. And I'm pretty confident I saw somebody make a variant of Minecraft in Scratch. Which, granted, it's not great because, you know, they're writing in Scratch. It's impressive that they're able to do it at all. Unreal is just Scratch for big kids. I mean, you're not wrong. A Game Maker, you don't... Well, with Game Maker, you still need to do... you still need to write code. But I think they've... If I understand it, they try and make it really simple. They try and make it, as simple to use as possible. What is that? Is that a sheep or a bear? Okay, so I think this is how I'm supposed to get wool, and I feel bad that I have to... I think I have to kill this sheep. No, it did a perfectly good job of that itself. Okay. Friend. I think I need it for the wool. How do I make shears? No hurdy. Oh, it's a sheep. Huh. Frost pick. Osmium and stick. I think I think I'm being led astray. Yeah, I think I'm being led astray. Alright, well, you've made it this far. So I went to look up, like, okay, where do you get wool? Where do you get anything? Like, where do you get a feather? And then it started saying things that I don't think were correct, and I've got a hunch that, that was AI generated. So I don't trust it anyway. Leaf pick. Oh shit, son. Oh my god. Okay. I have a pickaxe now. So if I do a stick and flesh, I get a paddle. Okay. Art by one. Receive a block that allows you to set rebirth. Okay, well let's just plug away at these. I think you should kill the AI that generates nonsense walkthroughs and articles with hammers. I think we should just shut the water off. I think we should ask it to, I think we should just turn the water off and then ask it to tell us what the emoji for a seahorse is. That'll solve it. Alright, I think I'm going to get to this last waypoint here. I think you should pour flat soda on the server and ask it to generate an image of a full glass of wine. I love that one, where you ask it to make you generate a glass of wine, and then it never does it right. Or it only knows how to do it based on photos. Like, I want something deliberately wrong. It's like, but it can't, because it only knows how to do it right. It's only been taught how to do it right. Generate me a room with no elephants. No. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's in the giant obelisk. I'll knife you. I'll knife you. I'll knife you good. I'm gonna cut you up so bad. You're gonna wish I ain't cut you up so bad. Oh, it's snow-covered dirt. I thought it was cake. Okay. Don't need pebble tile. White tile. It can be cake if you're hungry. Hungry enough. You know, Henry, that just sounds like quitter talk. When I was your age, I was eating 20 pounds of dirt when I was hungry. 20, count them. I can't believe I went this whole time without a pick. I can't believe I went this whole time without having easy access to sticks. With no milk to wash it down. We couldn't afford it. I remember there was a big controversy with Windows 12. There's a big to-do, and they're like, with Windows 12, it's going to be subscription only, it's going to be mandatory to have an AI accelerator, and this and that and the other. And it turns out what had happened was somebody... This is how it was explained to me after, because I missed most of this going down. So I got to hear the explanation of what happened afterwards. But it sounds like what happened was somebody asked an AI to opine on what Windows 12 would be like. Then another AI scraped that. And then a bunch of news outlets who were using AI scraped the opinion, and it got miscategorized as like fact or official statements. And then it got presented as if it's actually happening. It's like, wow, imagine me being misinformed without a single human being involved, all from the comfort of my own home. Wow. This is amazing. We can have all the incompetence without a single human being involved in that incompetence. This fucking snowing again. I'm so goddamn tired of this, Grandpa. I left earlier without saying anything. I'm back. No worries, no worries. Everybody's busy bees. There's tons of things you'll need to get to. No worries at all. Gonna be snowing late tomorrow here. Oh no. We're having this really heavy fluctuation between like -7 Celsius and -20. And I'll tell you, that wreaks havoc on everything. I like the understanding the thing I had to do was get distracted by ADHD. I get it. Like, I love the snow, but it's not snow time anymore. It's daffodil time. It's time for me to do the stuff and the things. I like being warm and cozy with a nice warm drink in front of the fire. But that was 6 months ago. I want to go do things now. I know I was being a lazy bastard inside for 6 months, but now I want to be a lazy bastard outside for 6 months. That's what I want to do. It was shorts weather 3 days ago. Like, a week ago, I was able to pop the windows open and just run fresh air all around the place without people getting mad at me for potentially bursting pipes. Like, it was great. I loved it. I hate all seasons, to be honest. They each have something that makes my life hell. You know what I hate? Nature. Alright, what is this? What is all this shit? What is this all? I take antidepressants, so I run hotter than a normal person, which means summer I'm hotter than a normal person, and in winter I feel colder than a normal person. Oh, here it is. And I have year-round allergies that are at their worst in spring and fall. Oh no. Even the dustborne creatures overflow with Tiamana. Countless sparks of consciousness in a sea of chaos. Coalescing into one at the end of space and time. Where 7 suns would burn away the self. Were it not for the firmament. Wow. I have no idea what that meant. But there's the happy smiley face blowing through the horrors beyond my comprehension. Summer's the best, though, just because of how much stuff that happens. As a big fat person, I have beef with summer because I constantly have to deal with people going, "Oh my god, you keep it so cold in your room." I'm a seal, Margaret. I got insulation. I love my room cold. I like it cold because I find it's much more enjoyable to be bundled up somewhere cool than to try and, like, cool myself off in the heat. I need it like 65 degrees max. You... No, you're getting... Get bald, idiot. Did he hit me back with the ball? Alright, I don't need white tile block. These zany things, cool, don't need them. Gagler capsule? Let's do this, actually. Boyd. I don't know who Boyd is. Mercury tendrils. What? This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna put stuff in the chest, and there's something cool over there. You can always wear more layers, but you can only get so naked. I was 280, but I've lost 40 pounds. Good on you. Like, really, good on you. That is a lot of work to do. That is a huge accomplishment. You would think. All I did was start working and eat less. You'd be surprised. Like, that is... Working on be happy in the body you're in now part of the journey. I found it's healthier for me in the long run. I think a good way I was taught to approach it is, are you doing it because of internal pressures or external pressures? Like, is somebody telling you to go do it, or are you doing it because you want to do it? Because, yeah, there are quite a lot of factors that could affect somebody's ability to lose weight. Wooden pick. some of which are like, you know, some of them are like upbringing and habits, some of them are like there are some genetic traits that affect how your body holds weight and gains it. You? Hello? What's with all the little guys here? Like, in my opinion, if you're going to get into the body you want, then you're already chasing an impossible goal because you can't hate yourself into a body you love. You need to accept the body you're in right now, or you'll never have the body you want. Like, I have an eating disorder that caused me to gain my weight. Ah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, nevertheless, I'm... like, good on you for... like, good on you for it. Alright, I'm going to take a look here at these weird floating blocks. It's just a matrix of trees. What is this? What are you? What are all this cool shit? I'm about to fucking die. That's just the shape. Don't worry about it. What is the shape? I don't know, it's that. You know, that thing. It's just the shape. Is this a melon? Yay! Melon slice! I could use a snake. Okay, now if I mix up... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You son of a bitch. Well, now I know what that thing does. You jerk. Just launches you up in the air. No, leave me alone. Well, I was gonna craft something with it, but now I need to eat the melon. No. Okay. I'm gonna get somewhere safe. In this weird... infinite grid of trees. Yeah, I know I said I was going to get somewhere safe, but I also want sticks. Because apparently, sticks are incredibly important. And I have not had access to them for most of the stream. Okay, 13 sticks. Now let's get out of here. Still more of the... Dude, what are you... No. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, so I have berry, I have A lot of sticks. It's so foggy. I think this is a safe position. All right. So. Nope. That wasn't safe at all. Oh, god damn it. Okay, now that's a good place to call it. Oh my god. Okay. Despondent vermin. Yeah. May your death bring forth new life. Wait. Okay. I'm back in the backyard of the city. Okay. Now I think this is a good time to wrap her up. Save and quit. That was about 4-ish hours of Lucid blocks, which is pretty cool. I don't have much more to say about it because I'm trying to make heads or tails of this game. Guys, God called me vermin and then put me back in the world. God's like, damn. I kind of don't want you in here, but you can only be in here. It's like, but you can't. And you can't be in here unless you're dead. So how about I just bring you back to life so I don't have to deal with you? Go on, get out of here. Okay, now I gotta see here. Can I... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Alright. I go... There. Don't even send me to hell or purgatory, just straight up back to life. Yep. There's no purgatory for you. Just get the hell out of here. No, but we don't even want to spend our resources on purgatory for you. All right.
Okay, let's have a look. I spent too much time setting up this phone to work in OBS. I'm going to use it. I'm gonna use it. Also, it gives me an excuse to get the headset off, because, man, that stuff hurts my ears. I didn't realize. Alright, so let's have a look here at who we can raid on over to. So let's see who's in the Green Circle group right now. Got somebody doing something called Yap Yap. We've got somebody doing playing Earthbound. That's pretty cool. Or we could find somebody else who's playing Lucid blocks. What do you guys think? We got somebody doing someone doing Factorio. We got somebody doing, I think somebody's going fishing. That seems pretty cool. How about, oh man, not Yap Yap's pretty fun. Alright, let's raid on over to Dumb Moths for some Yap Yap. Alright, let me just make a copy of the text there. Alright. Alright, everyone. So, I think we all know the standard format here, emote rate message. This is harder to do with one hand. One of the follies of using a rotary phone for the ending. Alright. So everybody, I appreciate you all coming by. There's tons of ways to spend your night, and you chose to spend it here, and I appreciate that a lot. So, as always, I'm not going to tell you what to do, so I'm not going to tell you to stay out of trouble, but all I ask is that if you do get in trouble, you make sure it's the good kind of trouble. And you all stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.